Hello guys, and welcome to another brand new video on the channel. Today you're going to see a example of a professional warm-up that I'm going to do with one of my longest serving goalkeepers, Stefan. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. I'll see you all on the training pitch. So for this video, what you're going to see is an example of a warm-up that I might do with a professional goalkeeper, or with, in particular, the goalkeepers I used to do at Charlton Athletic. So we're going to do all the different stages of this warm-up. It's going to be quite a quick pace.
So what you'll see in the first phase of the warm-up is a lot of work that's done as an activation. So there's very little foot movement. It's a lot to do with hands and the shape that you take up in terms of technical saves. So you're going to see a lot of different things here in a row, starting with our work on the floor. As you can see from knees, just activate the hands and take the legs out. And then we'll bring Stefan up to his feet, and we'll start working through the basic techniques over a few different variations, and we'll start picking things up with some movement, as you'll see very shortly. As you've seen from our previous video, particularly with Edison, Alisson and De Gea, these parts of the warm-up are really important just for the keeper to get their eye in as such. So to see the ball, get comfortable with the ball and make saves where they're constantly getting good technique and good actions in, so that when they come to the game, they already feel like they may have performed these actions. So in terms of myself and doing game warm-ups, it has been a while since I've done a game warm-up with a goalkeeper as such, because obviously with my work being freelance goalkeeper coach and working at MPGKA, I don't tend to get involved with games with clubs. Obviously I work with clubs and I do training sessions for them, but not the game warm-ups. However, I do have quite a lot of experience doing game warm-ups from back when I was at Charlton Athletic and working through under-9 goalkeepers up to the first team. And I was fortunate enough to work with Stephen Henson, who's now at Crystal Palace, in a couple of first team games, and a lot with the under-18s and 21s, where we'd go through warm-up routines. So in terms of this warm-up here, we have extended this slightly, so it is a little bit longer than a standard warm-up. There are a couple of drills and practices or elements that you may want to take yourself or remove yourself. So it is a little bit longer than your standard warm-up, but I wanted to give you an idea of the different things you can do in a warm-up just to activate the goalkeeper. In terms of sets and numbers, a lot of the professionals, which I've learned, work from sets of up to 2 to 4. Sometimes, depending on the drill, we push it to 6. But mostly 2 to 4 to keep it nice and sharp so the goalkeeper can move between elements and get coverage on all the different aspects of goalkeeping before the game. So as mentioned in the professional goalkeeper analysis warm-up video, it is important that you understand what you need as a goalkeeper before a match. Everyone's different and everyone's going to want different aspects done to a certain degree before a game. Obviously there are certain things that need to be done before a match. It's important to cover a lot of aspects before a game, so you've had contact on the ball and you've seen that action before you perform it in the game. However, every goalkeeper is different and you may have certain aspects you want to do more of or less of. So it's important to know yourself, know what you need, know what your technique is, and know exactly how you want to prepare before a match. And as you can see here, most of the movements that we've performed in this first action, covering all the shot-stopping elements in terms of technical output, have been completed in a 4-yard goal, which are the blue discs on the floor. So a lot of the movements are very tight, very sharp, where the goalkeeper would maybe be expected to make saves or make particular actions in a game. So for this phase, in terms of some of the distribution elements, which you're going to see more later, for the moving ball part and passing, etc., I start off quite close, as you can see, and then gradually move back. So we work from passing over a short distance into passing over a longer distance, and I always start centrally, so the goalkeeper works in a central area of playing through bodies. And then gradually, as you can see here, we move into a wider position, and I try and do this on the move, so the goalkeeper isn't just playing stationary passes. And obviously I'm doing this by myself, so I don't have an extra server, so it'd be easier to switch the play if there was another server present. So as you can see here, everything's lengthening out as we go. There's more distance each pass, and Stefan's having to play around the goal, take positive touches, and work on where he needs to be to receive the ball. As you can see, he's receiving some outside the line of the goal also. And then the final element of this is working into clipping. As you can see, Steph is now working over a little bit more distance and playing over or into or through, which is an important part of goalkeeping to work on before a game.
And a quick interlude, thank you so much for allowing us to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm really, really proud of what we've accomplished, and thank you so much for all your investment in watching the videos and subscribing. I really appreciate it. The next target is to reach 5,000. Who knows when that will take place. I'll do a video on the 1,000 subscribers soon and a giveaway, so stay tuned.
The next phase, which is equally important as all the others, is working on shot stopping variations. So I'll let you enjoy this part and let it play out so you can see what we got up to and what we do for the shot stopping elements. The next phase is to work into central and angled shot stopping at slightly more distance, so the goalkeeper is activated in dealing with shots that are coming from further away. So the next phase is the crossing elements. For the sake of video and keeping things quite quick, so you can see I am throwing the deliveries in. However, based with senior goalkeepers or more older teenagers, it would be served from the floor. However, this is obviously something you can do based on the goalkeeper you're working with. Final element, we're working on distribution, and I always like to include this with a strike, so the goalkeeper's taking something that's a little bit more realistic what they do in a match where the ball enters into their hands to then play. And obviously Steph is working through a few different variations of what he feels comfortable with and what he wants to do before he would do in a match. One of the last things to think about as a goalkeeper in particular, or a goalkeeper coach, is, like we said earlier, making sure your goalkeeper is comfortable before the game and they've worked on the things they want to work on, but also making sure they have a lot of energy left for the match itself. So it's not meant to be something that's going to take them to the edge like a training session. So good preparation, ready for the match, so they can perform at their absolute best.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning into this video today, and I hope it brings you some ideas of a warm-up that you can do for goalkeepers. Obviously here I'm working with an experienced goalkeeper, Stefan, who's been goalkeeper many, many years, played for Gillingham when he was young. So I hope it gave you some ideas, lots of variations. We're trying to include every single action that we can. There's many different ways you can do if you have different servers. So you could do like repetitions in terms of game realistic movements, the ball moving, playing between servers. In terms of ours, it was a one-to-one session, so a lot of the service is stationary or a moving ball. So once again, thank you for watching the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave comments if you're interested or you'd like to have a discussion about what you've seen. And I'll see you all on the next video.